Hi everyone, it's Kristi. Welcome back to Burlap and Daily Bread. We are going to start a new project today. Now I am using papers from Pink Monarch Prints. Did that come out right? Pink Monarch Prints. I wanted to do a book featuring Anna's Super Simples. So I'm calling this a Super Stupendous envelope journal. And I'll just show you what I've got here. If you want to play along, I've got a ledger paper. Everything I tea-dyed yesterday, it's nice and dry. I've got some tracing paper. This is, I think, just some cardstock, and I used some paper that came with my printer that I'm trying to use up. It's 40 pounds. So I have 40-pound paper and 110-pound cardstock, and I'm having a hard time telling the difference. Pretty sure this is paper and this is the cardstock, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I did a bunch of that so that I would have it on hand. Actually, I think this is the cardstock. It kind of has like maybe a modelly appearance from them. So I've got just a stack of that. I mean, when do I not need that, right? So whenever I tea dye, I try to do extra. Last time I did envelopes and CD sleeves and things like that. So these are the papers that I'm going to be using, and I did go ahead and tea dye the back of these, so you can see I got some lovely textures and things. But I have several of Anna's paper collections, and I am using some from everything. Pretty much all of her Super Simples will match the papers in her Etsy store. So and I'll be honest with you, I think they will match a lot of things. So look in your stash if you want to follow along and see, because I think her Super Simples are kind of, I wouldn't say necessarily neutral, but they're in a lot of vintage tones. So if you have a vintage paper collection, it will probably coordinate. But I am using a couple of papers from Magnolia Lane, some from Gypsy Rose, and some from Flea Market. I think I've even got a couple in here that are from her Vintage Lace. So I just went through and picked some that I want. But yeah, her papers are so fun. And I love this one because it has this little crackle effect. Here's some, looks like a wallpaper. And this one too. Really like this. Even has where it looks like it was torn off the wall. And so I just tried this. Yeah, see, this is that 40-pound paper, and it's presentation paper, I think, and it's pretty thick. But I wanted a paper. I don't want to use a 20-pound paper for this, because all of the Super Simples, and I'll show you what those are in a minute. All the Super Simples are made to attach to a page, so you need something more than a 20-pound paper. And my 20-pound paper that I got from Walmart last time, I can't even cut through it with my cutter. It just tears. It's so bad. I love this. I think this is the one I chose for the cover, so we may see a couple of those. Here's another crackle newsprint kind of thing. I'm going to go through and sort these again, but yeah, just really fun papers. So these will be our pages. I love this butterfly one. So cool. And now when I talked to Anna about doing this, I asked her specifically which kits coordinated. Now she told me Magnolia Lane, Gypsy Rose, and Flea Market. And I do have those, but I had so many. I probably already had 5 or 6 of her paper collections. So I just went through and picked a bunch. Like I said, they will all coordinate. And so if you have anything Pink Monarch, it's going to go. If you don't, look for something vintage, or I will leave her link below. So the other thing that I have is a heart doily that has been tea-dyed last time. I found a dictionary page that actually had the word stupendous on the top. So I chose that, and then I have some sheet music here. I did not tea dye these because they're already that yummy vintage color. And then this is the envelope I'm going to use, and I just wanted to show you now. I've already gone through and cut out, and you can see on my edges, my cutter just tore this paper. Some of her collection, most of them are 4 pages, some of them are 5. And the idea is that you have everything you need to decorate a page. So there are 10 super simples so far. Right now she's working on a Halloween collection, which is really cool. So if you're into the Halloween thing right now, you should check out her Etsy store. I believe they're the same designs, only they're just as far as tags and pockets and things like that, but they're Halloween and they look really cool. But anyway, you just cut everything out, ink it up, and then we'll put it together. So they come like this. Everything on page. So this is super simple number 1. I've already cut it out because I wanted to work on that. This is super simple number 2, and yeah, it just comes like this. You don't have to ink because she has already inked most of the, all the edges are inked. Some of the ephemera doesn't have ink, but it doesn't need it because it's already aged. And you just cut out the pieces and then put them together. So it's a really cool concept. I love it. And I thought, you know what, I want to do a journal with all 10 of the super simples. So I have those all printed out to work on with you guys. And but first we need to get our cover together. So let me find the pages that I chose for the cover. I'm pretty sure that there were 2 of these. Yeah. Oops, sorry. Gotcha. All right. And as we usually do, we're just going to, I am not going to leave this open. I'm going to seal this envelope, fold this in half, oops, I'm going to hold on to it so it doesn't slide. Oh, come on, girl. Hope everybody's doing well. I hope all my friends on the East Coast are safe. I have thought about you. Okay, so there we go. So this will go, and I am going to have to choose something for the inside, but which way does this go? Okay, this is the right way up. They are going to overlap slightly, but I think I'm just going to put on one cover at a time, make it easy on myself, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to put some glue on here. I need to purchase some more glue. I used a lot on that last project, and I want to thank you guys for all your lovely comments. I did want to mention that Miss Judith won the drawing, and I have put a message for her in the comments section, so hopefully she'll see it and respond, and I can get that journal out to her because that's a fun one. Okay, so I think I'm just going to line this up, center it top to bottom, and that'll give me enough wraparound. I'm not going to go over the score because I always am going to put fabric or lace or something on that. Alright, so I can cut this down to about 1 inch, save this. You never know what you might need it for. I don't always use these scraps, but I feel like if I save them, I'm more likely to use them. You know, just for tucking here or there, or sewing. I could sew that strip together, make an edge of some sort. All right, let's get this going. Okay. And there again, same thing here. Oops. Don't want to scoop up the glue. Let's try avoiding that. But I'm not going to go over the score line. However, I am going to use my bone folder here just to make sure that gets good contact. I don't want that coming up. And it's not perfectly straight, but with this design it doesn't really matter. Okay, now trim that down to about an inch. Could have used my bigger scissors here. Okay, let's clip the corners. Probably could go a little closer, but I'd rather have more than less. It's not going to hurt the corners to have that little extra on it. I think I will save these as well. They just, you know, what I do is I save them while I'm working on the project. Sometimes you're doing a cluster and you just need that little extra piece. So I'm going to come along here and score along the edge. I didn't do this one. I thought I did all 4 sides. Okay, so let's do the sides first. This is running out. I do have this bottle is full, so I'm not going to run out, but sometimes when I'm doing bigger areas, this one takes a lot less time. Because it's tea dyed, it's going to resist the glue a little bit, so you just got to give it a minute. Got a piece of hair in there. Don't want that. Now I charged my battery for about an hour, so I'm hoping that'll give me enough juice. I charged it yesterday and I checked it and I was ready to go. Came in here this morning, it was dead again. So it's not holding the charge and I'm not sure why. I can't seem to find a battery for it. So I'm going to just have to, and I can't keep it plugged in because the charging cord that came with it is, or that, you know, goes to it, that actually works to charge it, is too short. And all the features don't work when it's charging. I don't know why they do that. Be nice if you could plug stuff in sometimes. I'm getting that out because I don't want bumps there. Okay. I think we're good. and do these end pieces. And then I need to decide which pieces I want. So this is a, you know, a soft cover. Oh, just to refresh, we want to fold this piece down. It's not actually thick there, but we want that to fold in so we don't have anything sticking out. Otherwise you'll get a sharp point here, and that's not fun. Okay, I was just checking to make sure I had everything the right way up, because you know, I have been known to glue things upside down. I'm the only one that does that, aren't I? Okay. So, yeah, it's been busy around here. Fall gets really busy. I had my kids 2 years and 2 months apart, so I've got birthdays September, October, November. We've got a December. We actually have 2 in September, 2 in October. This is my, you know, not just my kids, but our family. 2 in September, 2 in October, 1 in November, 2 in December, and then we'll calm down a little bit after that. I don't know what's on here, but it's hurting me when I'm coming. It's kind of sharp. Is that all that glue? I need to get that off. Maybe I will do that after I sign off, because that's from that one page we did. All right. So there we go. I have Tyvek. So let's put a piece of Tyvek on there, just to give it a little extra strength in the middle. And I'm going to go here to here and glue that down as well. Actually, I think I'm going to put the glue on here, and that's because sometimes I don't get enough glue on it, and I'd rather have it cover. I mean, you're supposed to glue the small thing, but smallest, and add to the larger piece, but that's not always practical. Okay, so turn it this way, and I'm not going to get it straight. I know that already because I never do, but we'll see what we get. Kind of wiggle it. I've got those open pieces help me center it, so I want that to be nice and glued down so that when I'm folding this, it's not popping up. Little ooze, not too much. Alright, what page do we want for the middle? I can just take one and cut it in half, which I like the idea of that. So let's do this one. Will that work? Well, I mean, any of them will work. I kind of like to have this one for a page. I love this one. Just the top of a library card. And we also have this one. I think I'd like something with words or just a plain background. That one would be fun. I love all of these backgrounds. And I really like that one too. Well, you know what? Let's do one that's contrasting. Oh, here. Oh, I wanted that for a page. Let's do this one. I probably picked that one last time. I have done another journal with these papers a while back, but I don't remember what it was. I do so many. It's funny. I go through my box of journals. I have a bin, and I look at stuff and I'm like, wow, I don't even remember making that. Weird. Okay, so this will be attached here. And you know, I might put this strip down the middle as well. Just in the center. But no, because I'm going to use a piece of fabric for that. So let's glue this on, and we're going to wrap a piece of fabric on the outside. But I'm not going to probably do that yet, because I like to put the fabric, well, no, because I need to cover up that little orange piece. So maybe I'll put the fabric, like the cotton fabric, but not the lace. So which way does this go? I have a hard time seeing this one. I think I like it this way. And I'm going to do 1/4 of an inch all the way around. The envelope was 9 by 12. And where's my there it is. That's not where it goes. It was up there with my punch board. But I got to make sure that this gets nice and flat. Don't want this coming up. Might have to stick a little bit more glue on this end here, but yeah. Let's do this. Get some glue down in there, and yeah, I think this is going to be a fun one. I can't wait to see how it turns out. And we can always come back and add more glue. So, all right, so how did we decide this goes? Oh, okay, it goes either way. It goes either way. All right. Which piece did I cut? Oh, I must have cut it here. Yeah. Oh well. All right. Let's come closer to the edge a little bit. And I don't know if I finished my thought, but some of these are wraparound page. Some of the super simples, you know, will wrap around the pages. Some of them will just be glued to the pages. Some will be glued down as pockets. Really a lot of fun, but I wanted that base, that doesn't go in there. I wanted the base to be a little sturdier, so I used that 40-pound paper. So I think I'm going to use about 20 pages in here. That over there. At least if it's seeping out, you know the glue is on the edge, and that's what I'm concerned with. Like right here, it's coming up, so I want to make sure I get some glue in there. If I can get the glue to the end of the bottle. There we go. Alright, so I think I've got some cotton over here, and I think I'm going to leave this, well no, I can't leave that exposed. I'm talking this out, guys. Let's see how much, I've got a little bigger piece here. That won't go all the way around. But, will it? Look at that. Okay, let's do that. Alright, so this is going to, let me pull off these pieces. And we'll just glue that down there. And like I said, I will come back and cover this with lace when we're finished, which will cover the stitches of sewing in the journal. Okay. So I'm going to do some little, is the glue actually coming out? Yes, okay. I'm going to do a line down the middle. I am going to let this get tacky because I don't necessarily want it to show through. And I'm going to come about a 1/2 inch on either side. It is going to be wrapped around, so that will help it stay. And then maybe I'll use my little glue spreader, eyelash, whatever. Okay. Let's see if I can center this on here. Maybe that'll help me center it down. And of course, I only put about 1 inch of glue. This is about 1.5 inches wide, I think. So I am going to have to come back. But let's do this first. Yeah, there's probably a little clog or something in there. It doesn't want to come out as fast as I would like it. Make sure that's good and glued on that edge. Sorry guys, camera popped off. Yeah, so I'm just coming back along here and putting in a little extra, tack down those edges. Here's what I forgot to do that you'll want to do. I forgot to ink my Tyvek. So you can see it showing through white. But you know what? Once I get the pages in, it's not really going to matter. It's not going to be like a focal point. Okay, I'm trying to get these fringes to the outside instead of tucked under. Let's see, get a little bit more of that glue off. This one little piece. There we go. There we go. I think that's mostly done. So I'm going to set that aside. And oh my gosh, this this poor pin. I need to find another pin and stick on there. This one is pathetic. I have beat it to death just trying to get it in the bottle. And I need it to go all the way down so that it doesn't, there we go, so it doesn't dry out. Alright, so I'm going to set this aside to dry before I fold it. I want it to completely dry. And I'm going to pick out, let's do, well, let me think about this. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I love this crinkly page. So 5 of those. And then I need to determine which one is the cardstock and which one is the paper. I think this is the paper. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And since it's a journal, I'd like to have more writing space. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 pieces of tea-dye paper. And let's pick. Okay, so that's 15. Yeah, so let's do 6 here, because that way I can have a cover. I'd like to have, ooh, that's pretty. This is the hardest part of all, guys. I really want to include that. Like I said, I printed out a bunch because I wasn't sure. I like that one too. What I wanted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that leaves me a bunch. Oh, but I wanted to use this one. Maybe I'll keep back some of these background pages. Because I do want to make some tags and stuff too. Although this would make a beautiful tag, wouldn't it? Okay, look, I've got pink, I've got blue, I've got green, I've got an off, like a, let's call that yellow color. We don't have a stripe. Let's do this stripey one. And let's do this butterfly one. And then we will save these for the extra tags and such. So, as far as the cover, I think I want this one in the center. So this one I'm going to fold this direction. And then these, I'm going to use my, let me get this. It's so much easier when I use my scoreboard. Especially on account of this is a little bit thicker. I guess I should check, make sure. I'm pretty sure these are non-denominational papers, non-directional. Let's do the that one, and then I don't know. Let's use this one for the cover. What did we use for the inside? See how soon I forget. I don't want to use the rose for the inside. I'll use this one for the cover, and then this one. This one has flowers on it. I think it goes that way. Not that it really matters. If you can't tell, I suppose it doesn't matter. And then there. Okay, so there's our signature. And then we want to fold these pages. So we have our miscellaneous. Oh, I need to trim this one down. I think that's the only one. Yeah, everything else is smaller. So where's my cutter? Sometimes this vintage paper is got a lot of glue in it, lignin. I don't know. It's, well, I mean, you know, it's wood fiber, but yeah, sometimes it's got a lot of, oh, like butter. Okay, that one was fine. And I'm just taking a little bit off of each side, and then I'll make it 5.5 here, which oh yeah, so I'm going to take off a little bit. Okay. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put these, let's see, let's do that, yeah, okay. 1, 2, so, yeah, like that. Or do I want the doily here? This is important stuff, guys. I think I want the, okay. So then we have our 10 pages of this, and we have this. So how do we want to put this together? So we are going to do one of these and one of these, and go back to this and back to this. Let's see if that comes out right. So one of these, back to this, and one of these, because I have 10. Oh, isn't that lovely with all the tea dyeing? I just love it. Okay, guys, so let me see if this is dry. Looks pretty good. Okay, so this is going to go in here like that, and we are on our way. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, and we will sew in the pages and start working on our super simples for our super stupendous envelope journal. Bye now.